First off, I want to say it's my honor to be here today and be able to talk to the NCAA President Mark Emert and the committee members and the many coaches that are around in the nation that are represented here today. Which brings me to the issue at hand. College athletes need to stay at school for all 4 years of college before they can go pro and leave early. The reason I say this is look at athletes like Greg Oden. Greg Oden was a freshman at Ohio State, and he declared for the NBA draft after his freshman year, and was drafted by the Portland Trail Blazers, where in the summer he tore his ACL and was out the entire year. He actually had several injuries that occurred after that, so he never really got to play till his 4th or 5th year in the NBA. And he had so much pain he had to go through, and just imagine if he was released today. He wouldn't have a job, he wouldn't have a degree to get a job, and he really wouldn't have any credentials to do so, whereas he's only played basketball his whole life, and he can't even do that now because of injuries. That's the problem with leaving early. You're not mature physically, mentally, or you're just not ready for the life that a professional takes every single day. A 19-year-old and a 23-year-old are two completely different people from a maturity standpoint, a physical standpoint, and a mental stage. What does this do for the NCAA, though? By college athletes staying all 4 years, it makes viewers on TV go way up during March Madness. It makes the fans more excited to be a part of watching players play for all 4 years and really get to know them as a player on and off the field, which is what the NCAA promotes. That's why they're different from the professionals. They don't get paid. They have that edge behind them. That's why they play. That's why it's so entertaining to watch the NCAA college basketball, because they're different than the professionals. They have the edge to them. They have to get their degree. They have to work twice as hard, and it makes basketball games so much more entertaining to watch. You see that when they go into the games. Let's look at Aaron Craft. When he lost to Dayton, I was disappointed. I couldn't even stand it. I was like, wow, that's the last time I'm ever going to get to see Aaron Craft play basketball. And when I think of Aaron Craft, I think, oh yeah, he was a tremendous athlete all 4 years at Ohio State. But I think of all the stuff he did off the field, with the helping out with cancer research and doing all the stuff he did for kids over there at Ohio State and in the community. He was a true on and off the field representation of what the NCAA wants every athlete to be. And I mean, he might not go on to play professional basketball, but he's going to go on to be a doctor with his degree he's got. And I mean, that's a really successful step to be able to say that. And I mean, just look at all these athletes that leave as freshmen that get hurt like Greg Oden, or just ain't physically ready to play with people that are better than them, and they can't cope with that. They can't cope with not being the best player in the country, in the nation, you know. They have to play with people that are way better than them. They don't know how to deal with it, and a lot of them drop out. Or even if they are successful in the NBA their first year, look about how many athletes become bankrupt after they're done. And a lot of those tips they can learn during college to prevent this from happening. And college promotes so much more than just basketball. I mean, they build relationship with coaches, fans, teammates, recruits, the university, teachers. I mean, there is so many people involved with these college athletes, and it makes an excitement whenever you watch basketball games. And it creates an excitement around the campuses. I mean, Florida Gulf Coast 2 years ago, that campus was not known by anyone. And last year they said how their enrollment process like tripled. It was ridiculous. Just seeing that a basketball team can influence a university like that. And with people staying all 4 years, they're going to have that much more excitement. The TV shows are going to increase. The NCAA is going to be looked upon at a whole different level, and they'll grow. Just visualize the NCAA with these better athletes, and they're more stable when they go play in the pros, so that'll help them out too. And it helps the athletes out because it helps them become a wiser person and build that physical determination and desire and hard work that they accomplished throughout college degree. And to have a backup plan if basketball doesn't work out for them is something that is truly in the interest of the college athlete. It helps everyone out in the NCAA, you guys, the people watching at home, and the players, their parents, their families, really the entire nation as a whole. It helps out. And it's such a simple thing to do and so easy to act upon. So let's just imagine no more freshmen leaving, and imagine a more complete NCAA basketball.